All right, so I got myself a set of these Tommy Boy ratcheting toe clips, and what they do is they just ratchet down on your feet and they act like bindings. And today, all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting them up on this colt. First step is to step on the board and find my stance. Just going to move around a little bit, get centered on the grip, and find what's comfortable. And then I take the toe clips, there's a right and there's a left, and I'm going to try to find a spot for each of the toe clips that feels like it would be good. I think there seems good. I think about there seems good. So I'm going to trace that out with a pencil while I hold it down to try to record that a little bit better. Then I'm going to step out, and then I'm going to tack these down with some screws right where they were. All right, we're done. Just kidding, we're not done. Let's see how that feels. Okay. Now, next step, gotta take them outside and see if I like it still. All right, for step 2, I'm gonna take them down this hill a couple times and make sure that the clips are in a spot that I like. Woohoo! So I'm gonna move these around a little bit, and I'll just take them back and forth and try it on the hill and just move them until I find something I really like, where I know that's where I want to keep it. It took me a few tries, but I think I finally got there in finding what I like. So, while I feel it's more comfortable to have the toe clips coming down over the front of your foot and avoiding the high bony part of the top of your foot, more comfortable, but having the toe clips that far forward means that they're not anchored over the center of the deck, and if you're not controlling the deck through its center of gravity, you're not controlling it very well. Also, while it holds your foot down, it's not holding the whole of your foot down. Your heel kind of isn't held down nearly as much if you're just holding down the toes. So I found it a lot more effective in controlling the board in just getting it a little bit up on the bony part of your foot. And that seems to have offered a lot more control. But aside from that, I think there's going to be a lot of things coming down to just whatever your preference is. So, now it's time to attach the toe clips to the board for real. Let's start by taking this off. And yeah, that just barely works. I'm just going to mark the hole because I got a couple of holes down there. I want to make sure I know which one it is. This just barely reaches. Yeah, so I can see these 2 holes here. Alright, so those are the 2 holes I'm going to be using, and I'm going to start just with a small pilot hole with a 16th inch bit. That's simple enough. So the instructions say to work my way up to a 9/32 inch bit, but I'm going to compromise and just go straight to a 1/4 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit from the top in each hole, and then I'm going to flip the deck around before going all the way through, and then I'm going to go from this side. So coming in from both sides is just going to help keep the holes nice and clean and not have a lot of blowout going on. So for this step, you're going to need your mini glue that came with the kit. You're going to need the T-bolts, the mounting hardware, and the washer. You're also going to need a 5/32 Allen key or hex driver. So all we're going to do for this step is we're going to put a bolt through the hole. We're going to get just a tiny bit of glue on the T-nut. That should be enough. We're going to put that on, and that should be able to screw in from the back. Just like that. Let's do the other one. So again, bolt, washer, put it through the hole, and we just tighten that down. So we keep these T-nuts clamped down with the bolts while the glue cures, and that's just going to take a couple of hours. While you guys are waiting on that, I'm going to put the T-nuts on the other side. Alright, we're on the home stretch now, and we can finally get these toe clips installed. So, first, let's get these bolts taken out. So we have the right clip and we have the left clip. We also have these metal rubber gaskets, and what these do is they sit between the clips and the deck, like that, and these conform to the deck because the bottom of this is flat, but the deck surface is curved and uneven. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put their bolts and our washer and just create a stack like that. Alright, so we're just going to get each bolt started in the hole first. There you go, that one's in. And that one's in. Now we can tighten them down. We don't want to go too much. There we go. We just want nice and snug. Right, so that's one side, and then I'll do the other. Alright, so something to watch out for is if these bolts are tightened too much or too unevenly, then the ratcheting mechanism won't line up right. So if you can see as I pull back, it kind of bites on this side and then doesn't bite on the other side. So if it's in a situation where it's not binding right, well, the ratcheting mechanism is not going to be working like it should, and it could release when you don't want it to. So the last step is just to check to make sure that the ratchet is working correctly, and if it is, it's now time to go ride. So there we go. The ratcheting toe clips ready to roll. Longboard technology over and out.